Guys, I just want to, before I even get into this, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for calling me out on the fact that I just haven't been wearing enough floral shirts lately. Like, I know this one's still button up and it's got patterns on it, but I know it's not the same. So I just, when people see things that they think are wrong, it's just so important that people say something, You see something, you say something. And so I just want to thank you guys. Obviously, I'm joking, and today we're going to be talking about that horrible, horrible update to the Brooke Houts situation. If you guys don't remember who Brooke is, cue it up. She ends up hitting the dog.
It doesn't faze you.
Pushing the dog.
We love you.
Spitting on the dog and pulling on the dog's fur.
Stop!
Yeah, that's right. That one. Yeah, well, she's back. She's back, and it's not even an apology video. It's just called A Message for You. And it ain't great, guys. It ain't great. So that little intro there was just kind of the equivalent of what she ended up saying at the beginning of her video. I guess she thought rather than going right into apology, it would be a good tactic just to hop right on into the thank you, for doing what you think is right. Now, before I get into some of the BS of this apology, I would like to acknowledge one really, really great thing about it, because I knew there really wasn't a chance that they were going to do anything. I didn't think her dog was going to be removed from her. So I knew that the best chance and the best course of action was her getting some kind of training as to how to deal with her dog and to stop using her dog in videos if it wasn't something that she felt emotionally capable of doing. Again, the big issue with her was that she would spend all this time getting the dog all excited and worked up, and then expect the dog to be able to just calm down when it was time to do the outro or the intro, or just to behave how she wanted it to once she was done using it for views. You can't even expect kids to do that, and you can actually talk to a child and have it understand the exact words that you're saying. So I don't understand why you would think a dog would be able to act that way. So again, the big thing that a lot of people wanted was there to be some kind of, answer to this situation. And I think that the best answer is her getting proper training. And it looks like that is exactly what she's doing. That she's getting training on how to deal with her dog properly, deal with the energy levels, train the dog properly, and, not be a sack of human garbage. Hopefully. Maybe that's not part of the training, but I'm hoping. But her general reaction in this video makes me a little bit hesitant to think that anything's really changed. So obviously this hasn't been well received, and I honestly haven't really seen many people's videos hit this level of like to dislike ratio. That's very impressive. This one has 2%. The apology, quote unquote, is at about a 7%. That still leaves, 1.2 thousand upvotes for the 17,000 downvotes. But it's pretty crazy to see. I don't even think that the Daddy of 5 videos had ratios this bad, which is sad in a lot of ways, but at least everybody's rallying behind a cause here. But I knew that YouTube wasn't really going to do anything, or I assumed that YouTube wasn't going to do anything, because even with the Pelican Entertainment situation, they didn't even remove that channel. They just removed the videos in question. They just made sure that the content that was a problem wasn't going to be found anymore, but they didn't do anything about the channel itself and the fact that the channel itself was defending those actions. And they haven't done anything to any of those weird wildlife channels that I found where they're clearly just staging situations where they're putting animals in stressful, literal abusive situations just for fake, oh my God, we saved this family of cats and kittens from this snake. If they weren't going to do anything about those channels, I really didn't think they were going to do anything about this girl. But now let's get into the stuff that's the problem. Now, other than the intro with her just trying to somehow make it seem like we're happy to have her validation, her thanks for seeing something and saying something, she doesn't actually ever apologize for the actions and actually says this.
I'm not going to sit here and try to justify my actions. I'm just not going to do that. But what I will say is I have never intentionally, willfully, or maliciously hurt an animal, and I never will.
the results came back and we have determined that that was a lie. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to try to defend or justify my actions, but I've also never did the thing that I literally accidentally uploaded to my channel that everybody saw. I don't know what you think, like, intentional means. Like, it's fine if in your mind you're like, I wasn't intentionally trying to hurt or abuse my animal. Doesn't change the reality of the situation.
I'm now a volunteer at a local animal welfare organization, and so I'm really happy and excited about that.
That is where a lot of people are having the big yikes. I might not have put that in the video. I understand you being like, okay, well, I need to learn how to be more compassionate and more understanding and less likely to get stressed and tensed and react in a negative way when my animal is not reacting the way that I want my animal to react. But when you have a mob of people who think that you're abusing your animal, like knocking at your door waiting for your next move, and in that apology video, you mentioned that not only do you still have the dog that a lot of people think that you shouldn't have anymore, but also that you have access to other animals that are in a shelter. Like, are we gonna get the Sarah McLachlan ad around you now?
Since the matter, I have invested in professional dog training.
Also, I don't really like how she keeps referring to it as the matter. Like, you can't even say the situation or, the incident in which I accidentally uploaded footage of me mistreating my animal. It's almost like she's just trying to sidestep it. Like, obviously the footage is not on her channel right now anymore, so she's just trying to sidestep the whole thing. It's all like, yeah, it's just the matter.
I have been in direct contact with LAPD since the matter, for anyone wondering.
I've been in contact with literal police officers since the matter.
Thank you so much to everyone who has continued to support me.
Never end off your apology video thanking the people that might still be around supporting you. I know that there were still a lot of people. A lot of those messages ended up getting deleted on Twitter, but I remember when I made the first video, there was a lot of people being like, oh, honey, we know you didn't mean it, and all that kind of stuff, and people just not looking to hold her accountable. So like it's just not really a good idea to end it off with that being like, thank you guys so much for continuing to support me. Nowhere's in this video is an actual apology for the behavior itself. That's what I would really like to stress home in this. There's not one moment in this video where there's an apology for the behavior. There's just talks of getting better, but then sidestepping what that issue actually was. There's no apology to, no apology to the dog. Obviously, I don't want the dog to be in the video, but nothing saying like the way that I treated my animal was wrong. There's none of that in here. And that's what people would want. That in conjunction with the fact of I'm learning to be a better pet owner and I'm going to step up to the plate would have been the right way to handle this. Not, I'm getting training to deal with my dog. I'm also working the shelter. And guys, just thank you so much for supporting me still. And then of course she ends it off with the like, I'm not going to edit out the outro of me reaching around to turn off my camera. Now, again, I think I've pointed out most of my issues with this, but the reason why I kind of took some time, so this was actually uploaded on the 19th of September. Because she specifically says at the end of the video, see you very soon. And there hasn't been any upload. So I was kind of waiting to see if she was going to try to upload. I wanted to see if she was going to try uploading anything with her dog. I wanted to see if she was just going to try to do content without the dog, because I'm mixed. There's only a couple scenarios in which she could make content with her dog. People would hate it no matter what, but maybe if she did something like, this is like how the training session works. This is how I'm learning how to treat my dog better. Again, I apologize for my behavior. This is me working, getting better, rebuilding my trust with you, rebuilding my trust with my animal. But I kind of assumed that she would go the route of like not having the dogs in the videos, which I think is more the right answer. If she was going to feature the dog in content in terms of like training videos, you would have to make sure that all of the proceeds were definitely being donated somewhere else and it wasn't something that she was making money off of. And I don't like really pitting people against each other, but I just remember that there had been a little bit of drama around Jenna Marbles and how she like might have had the wrong tank for one of her fishes. And then Jenna actually ended up making like a 40-minute video apologizing and then showing people, getting the new tank, learning new things about how to properly care for the animals. And it just came across as more genuine. Again, this didn't even feel like an apology video. It just felt like the thing that you had to put out there before you could just go back to making regular content, before you could go back to just ignoring that the situation even happened. And again, that just brings me back to your like original apology letter where everything just seemed so disjointed and so weird that I couldn't understand how you didn't understand why what you did was wrong. And that's why I'm still really concerned about this situation. There's never been a moment here where she has actually taken full ownership for what we were visibly able to see on screen. So again, for the sake of the dog, I'm hoping for the best, but overall, this was just not, I don't think this was a solid choice in terms of a message. I think it is important to address the situation, but I don't think this was the right way. In fact, perhaps the right way would have been starting with an apology, doing one of those training sessions and showing how you're getting better. Because this ain't it. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all later.